Okay, dear students, in last lecture, just we have started the first chapter, and I have given introduction about operating system, definition of an operating system, and we have seen Linux curriculum. So the next part is role of an operating system. So OS definition everyone knows. It is an interface between user and the computer hardware. Now, which are the different functions of an operating system? The first one, memory management, processor management, device management, then file management, and providing the security, then some control over the system performance, that how exactly system is performing, then job accounting, which are the different jobs are running, how finding errors, detecting an errors, and coordination between other software and the user. These are some few and important role of an operating system. Now we'll see in detail these different roles of an operating system. So the first one, it is a memory management. The memory management, that we know that when we want to load any program from hard disk, we are loading into a memory. The memory, that is we are considering here as a primary memory or the main memory, that is your RAM. So your program, first of all, that will be loaded into a memory, and then it will be get executed. Now who is performing that function? That function will be performed by your operating system. It will load your that program which is present on your hard disk, that is in a passive mode, and once it is loaded into a memory, that will be in a active mode. So that program will become in a execution, that will become a process. So for that process we require memory management. Now what we have to manage, that how many processes can be loaded into a memory. Suppose we are having a 1 GB of RAM, then in for a 1 GB of RAM, how many processes it can hold? Up to maximum 1 GB, not more than that. And some part of that GB, for example in a 1 GB, some part means we can consider at least 50 MB will be reserved for your system memory management, or 100 MB maybe. So 900 MB, up to 900 MB you can load your user applications, and that functionality performed by your operating system. Now your operating system will decide that which process should get a memory and when and how much amount. Suppose I want to load a program, or I want to load in a software. For example, in last year you learned which subject, database management. In database management you use the software as an Oracle or SQL server. Suppose I want to run an Oracle, then at least 500 MB of RAM is required for that Oracle. Then it will see whether this memory is available or not. If not, then that particular Oracle has to wait. And sometimes you are getting an error when you create a database using that particular Oracle. Sometimes that database is not created, or any kind of error may get because of that memory issue. So this is about memory management done by the operating system. Even it keeps a track of the memory. Track of the memory means which part of the memory is used, who is using, means which software is used, and which is not in use, which is a free currently. So used memory and free memory, that part or that function, that tracking is kept by the OS also. Allocating a memory means assigning a process to a memory when process is requesting for that. Deallocates a memory once the process completed its execution and that particular has been stopped. For example, suppose I have opened the Chrome and I close that Chrome directly. Okay, so once you close that particular application, Chrome application, it should be get exit from the memory also. So once you are exiting that particular process, then you have to free the memory that has been used by the current process, completed process. So allocation, deallocation, then assigning that particular, tracking that particular primary memory. These are the main functions of the memory management. The second one, device management. In device management, there are different devices that are associated with your computer. For example, DVD drive. Suppose I want to open a DVD. then to keep the track that which are the different devices are attached, then decides that whether the device should get memory or not, whether that device, how much time that will be used, the device will be used. So the allocation, deallocation, keeping track, same as a memory, that will be performed by the operating system. The next is a file management. In a file management, that different files suppose open. Now right now I have opened this Linux chapter 1 PDF. This is one of the file. Now where it is stored? It is stored in this downloads folder of your hard disk. Now once it get open, then it will keep the track of who is the user of that particular file, who is using that file, admin is using, guest is using, or any another account is using, then when it is used, from which location we are accessing that file. So these information will be kept under the file management by the operating system. Then what we are doing with that file, whether we are copy pasting that file, whether we are writing something into the file, means there are three permissions of that file: read, write, and execute. What different permissions we are using for that file. Then allocating the resources. Allocating the resources, for example, I am using Word, Microsoft Word, and for that Microsoft Word, I want to take a printout. So for that, what device I require? I require printer, obviously. Now in that case, operating system has to do file management as well as a device management. Device management in regards for the printer. Now here it will keep the track that it has to allocate the printer. First of all, it will see that printer is available or not. Okay, it is available, then that will be allocated. I want to scan a document, then again it is going to check that particular scanner is available or not. Then deallocate the resource. Once that I have taken a printout, then it should detach from that particular printer. So, okay, so these allocating, deallocating, and different information about that particular file will be maintained by an operating system. So these are some major functions, and some other activity just like a security. It provides a security also in the means of password. When you are logging to your computer, then you are providing a password for admin account, or even you can set it, and even you can give the access control just like a guest account having a different set of permissions, then for the admin having the different set of permissions. Then control over system performance, just find out that how exactly system is performing, its efficiency of the CPU, within how much seconds that particular program get run. So that particular delays will be get find out with the system performance. You can increase the system performance by using different tools also. Then job accounting, it will find out that how many jobs here in case of OS we consider a job as a process. How many processes are running on your computer, so that, and how much time it is running every process, that it will be get tracked by an operating system. Error detecting aids, suppose there are some errors, your computer gets shut down abnormally, then that particular error will be get detected. What exactly happens, that particular log information will be kept. So for every software there is a log information, error detecting it. Just like that, your operating system is nothing but your set of programs. So one program they have written for writing a logs also. Whatever you are performing, that will be written into a one text file. Whether it is a successful execution of an instruction or whether it is a failed execution of an instruction. So that will be written. And that error messages you can trace out that what exactly happened while executing any program. For example, simple example, suppose I want to open any application, and sometimes on window you are getting an error that your particular program is not responding, and then just you have to close that particular program. What does it mean? That some error is behind that your program cannot be loaded into memory. That may be a memory issue, that may be a hard disk issue, or any signal issue. So that particular information will be tracked by every operating system. Then coordination between other softwares and the users. Suppose I have a set of different softwares rather than inbuilt OS softwares. Then we have to keep the coordination between the softwares. Windows providing their own set of softwares, but rather than that, suppose I have installed the open source softwares. Then that tracking will be kept. The coordination, sorry, will be kept by that particular operating system. So these are about different functions or the role of an operating system.